What are the most important qualities in the Cowboys' next head coach?
I think that coach has to be someone who is stable, someone who is established and trustworthy, and someone who can, frankly, is not impacted by all this noise on outside. It's somebody like Jim Caldwell. That comes to mind for me. Yeah. I know that he has some health concerns, but I think that he is in a position now that can come in there. He's not a guy that's going to be ruffled by this. I think you can't have another, or you can, but it's difficult to have another big personality in there with Jerry Jones, and Jim Caldwell's not that.
Everything you said in terms of describing the candidate describes Jason Garrett.
No, it doesn't.
Like if Jerry,
not all of it.
If Jerry Jones did like a blind resume search, right, and and he just like picked, oh, this guy looks like the best, he'd probably end up with Garrett again, right? That's his ideal thing. But does he want to get out of his comfort zone? Does he want to go back to the time when he brought in Bill Parcells, right? I mean, it's not as if the only coaches he's ever had are, personalities that could defer and handle his. So. I think it'll be interesting to see. I think the most important quality that this next Cowboys coach can have is ability to win games and a Super Bowl, because I think that covers a lot of other issues.
I think if the Cowboys coach is going to have that ability, it's completely dependent on Jerry Jones. If we talked about this again pre-show, if the Cowboys want to get a coach who has won a lot of things and won a lot of games at any level, college or pro, that coach is going to come with an ego, and rightfully so. Who's going to win? Is it going to be Jerry Jones, or is it going to be that new head coach? I think if Jerry is going to hire a coach who does have a big personality and wants it to be his way or the highway, Jerry's going to have to be docile, something we've never seen Jerry do.
I mean, I'm not sure that that's true. I understand, and we all assume that a perfect puzzle piece is someone who gives in an area, and I'm guilty of that also, but we all assume that because Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones didn't work long term. That was one incident. I'm not sure that means going forward. You keep pointing to Parcells as an incident where it didn't necessarily win a Super Bowl, but it didn't fail.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't necessarily think that having a big personality coach with Jerry Jones is inevitably going to be unsuccessful, but I do think they'd be better off with someone who is not.
Here's my fear, Neek, because I looked up the Parcells nugget after Dan brought it up, and he never won the NFC East. At the most, he won 10 games, won 6 games, won 9 games, and won 9 games. That's Jason Garrett.
But I understand that. But when you look at it, why did they not succeed? It's not because their personalities clash necessarily. We all assume that that's not going to work. I think Jerry Jones makes it tougher because he's talking, but I don't think that that's going to inhibit a team or inhibit a coach from having success there.
I think we're right. I think the guy is going to have to win. But it's also, they're not looking for somebody to build something up. They feel like they have a roster that they can win with, so they need a coach that can make it work.
All right, so maybe Jerry Jones is watching right now and he's like, yeah, you guys just nailed my resume for my future head coach. We'll see what happens there. We're so glad you're watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, make sure you subscribe to ESPN Plus. We'll see you there.